For today's project, we are going to be recreating stained glass windows. The materials you will need are some watercolors. I have a set of Crayon watercolors, which already comes with a paintbrush. You'll need a cup to hold your water in. You're also going to need a worksheet, which I've just drawn a basic window and a little bird. You'll need a paper towel and a black crayon. So for the first step, I won't need my watercolor or my water. I'm just going to need my black crayon and my worksheet. So I'm going to set everything else aside, paper towel as well. And I just need my worksheet, my black crayon. And for today's lesson, I've also built us a guideline which tells us what shapes we want to draw on the inside of our window, and we're going to follow it step by step by drawing each shape. So before I start drawing my stained glass window, I want to take my black crayon and I want to trace all my lines here so that there is wax on all the black lines that I've already drawn. Now that I've finished outlining everything in crayon, I'm going to do it step by step and draw the shapes that I have listed. So I'm going to draw a squiggly line, I'm going to draw a triangle, and I'm going to draw another straight line. But I'm going to do them in any orientation that I want, so they can go up and down, left to right, or diagonally. The choice is up to you. Now that I've completed step 1, I'm going to do steps 2, 3, and 4 in the same fashion. I'm going to take the shapes that I need to draw and I'm going to draw them in interesting ways on my stained glass window. Finished with my checklist, so I'm going to take my black crayon and I'm going to retrace all the lines so that they're a little bit darker and it'll work better for this project. Now that I finished outlining and I have all my bold lines, I'm going to come back in and draw some other lines just to split up some of my bigger spaces. I've finished my checklist and I've done all my outlining, I'm going to put my black crayon away and my checklist, and I'm going to get out my watercolor with my paintbrush, my water, and my paper towel. For your next step, you're going to take out your watercolor brush and you're going to want to dip it into some water. Now, I like to start with my lighter colors first and then move on to my darker colors so my paintbrush doesn't hold the old color. Also, I'm going to try to paint things very far away from each other as I paint so that the colors don't touch in my stained glass window. So you can dip your paintbrush and blot it on your paper towel. This helps get some color off. But if you can notice, as you paint in these shapes that you've made, the color will not bleed outside of the black area. So this makes it very easy to paint. Let's do orange. But before we do that, let's rinse out our brush. Just wiggle it around in our water, take our paper towel and hold it, squeeze it, and pull it out. Not too hard, you don't want to pull out the bristles of your brush, but you just want to pull it out enough. Alright, let's get to orange. I really like how it's going so far. I'm going to change colors again, so again, dip the brush in some water and get your paper towel and lightly pull out the color so you get your brush clean. Alright, let's get ready to do red. Sometimes when you're painting, your paint will get a dry and you're going to put it on your paper and it won't spread as well as you think it might. So you can dip your paintbrush back into water. You can easily spread it around and even out the color. I'll finish with red, so we're going to wash it out and we're going to start with green. Wasn't so bad. A little bit of green touched itself, but that's okay. Next, we're going to do blue. Time to do purple and see what doesn't match up. As you can see, Mr. Jason messed up and some of the purples touch and the greens touch, but that's okay. The project still looks good. Let's finish up, and what I want to do is I want to look at the colors around the piece and paint the opposite color. So I have orange, green, red, and yellow. I'm going to paint this piece blue. For this piece I have red, purple, red, and yellow. I might paint this piece green. So you want to paint the opposite color of what you have. Now that we're finished painting all the color, I'm going to move on to the brown and the black. I'm going to use the brown to paint the windowsill of our window, and I'm going to use the black to paint the stones around the window. Now that we're finished painting the banister, let's paint some of the stones. So I'll take a little bit of black and I will outline the square. And then I will take a little bit more water and I will drag down all the color. So we're going to continue this procedure all the way around until our picture is finished. So we're all finished with our project. I'm going to put my paintbrush away and close up my paint, and I'm going to let this dry. I hope you guys had fun doing this project, and I'll see you next time. Bye.